Hello, everyone. It's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and welcome to the streaming Wasteland here on the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network. And this is my weekly show where every Friday I pick three streaming services and pick a previously released film off of each of them. And hopefully, by the end of this episode, you have a nice full weekend worth of movies to check out. And let's get started by giving you a bit of a rundown. We're going to be talking about AMC Plus, Peacock, and Criterion Channel this week. And let's get started over on AMC Plus, the home of Shudder and IFC. We are going to be talking about 1987's Predator. And this film from writer director John McTiernan. Scratch that. Just director Jim Thomas was the one who wrote the film. But John McTiernan, the creator of Hunt for Red October and Die Hard, here with this incredible sci-fi horror action flick. This film focused on a team of commandos on a mission in Central America jungle, find themselves hunted by an extraterrestrial warrior. And this film, the first act of this, is one of the greatest ever conceived 80s action movies, full of testosterone and bigger, larger than life characters. Like, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dutch, Carl Weathers, you have Jesse the Body Ventura, Bill Duke, so many great recognizable names. Shane Black is in this as one of the soldiers, and just that moment at the beginning of the film where it's like, Dylan, you son of a bitch, with the CIA having you pushing too many pencils. It's just such a moment, and their hands clasping together and their biceps bulging. It's so manly. And that's the thing, because this film sets it up where we believe that this is all this very masculine, rah rah action movie. And then we see a complete and utter subversion of this genre where we see all of these muscle bound guys like Blaine, Jesse the Body Ventura's character's like, ain't got time to bleed. But he sure has time to bleed when the Predator actually destroys him. And this creature is so well crafted. This idea of this heat sensor vision is such a cool effect. And it's such a unique looking alien. And this creature goes toe to toe with some of the most badass action stars of the time. And this turns into a slasher film basically out in the jungle. And it's so incredible. John McTiernan really understands how to shoot action and build tension. The music, iconic. Arnold Schwarzenegger is so good in this. Get to the chopper! And just all the iconic lines. Carl Weathers is great. It's just one of those kinds of films that really is so unexpected and you just take it for granted. But this is an incredible film from start to finish. It works on so many different levels and so many different genres. It is a special film. And John McTiernan was on a stretch there where he was one of the best directors working in the late 80s, early 90s with some incredible classic films, including Predator. Next up, we're going to head on over to Peacock. And I know that I talked about the first Shrek on this show before, but Shrek 2 is one of the greatest sequels ever created. This film from 2004, Shrek and Fiona travel to the kingdom of Far, Far Away, where Fiona's parents are king and queen to celebrate their marriage. When they arrive, they find that they are not as welcomed as they thought they would be. And this is such a relatable story because it's like going home and meeting the in-laws. And are you going to be judged? It's look who's coming to dinner. The Shrek style. And that's so wild. And Mike Myers as Shrek is peak as always. Eddie Murphy as Donkey is still hilarious. One of the greatest new addition characters in the history of sequels. Puss in Boots. It's Puss and Boots. Antonio Banderas is absolutely pitch perfect, coming off of Zorro as basically Cat Zorro. He's so good in this and makes such a great trio of characters to go on this journey with. Julie Andrews and John Cleese additions as the king and queen, great. Rupert Everett as Prince Charming is like, mother. He is so smarmy and just but a real queen. Jennifer Saunders as the fairy godmother, and her performance of "Hold Now for a Hero" is one of the greatest things ever put in a movie. And all while Mongo, the giant gingerbread man, goes crushing through downtown, far, far away. It's just absolutely incredible. Love the supporting characters in this. This movie is funny. It's endlessly quotable. One of the funniest sequences in any movie ever, I swear, is the night sequence, the spoof of Cops, where they make an O.J. Simpson reference of a white Bronco running, and they have a catnip reference, police brutality, and just all of these things. It's just like, I cannot believe they put this into a kids movie, and it worked perfectly. There's so many charming moments. The soundtrack is great. Like I said, Jennifer Saunders' performance of Holding Out for a Hero is incredible. Far, Far Away Idol is one of the best DVD special features ever. This is hilarious from start to finish. It has heart. It's relatable. We can connect with it. It moves perfectly. It's just so effective and does everything that a sequel needs to do and build on the original and make it better. And Shrek 2 is an absolute achievement. This sounds like crazy hyperbole coming from somebody, a grown adult talking about Shrek movie. Shrek is incredible. Shrek 2 is incredible. No bones about it. If you haven't watched it, you should go check it out. And if you haven't watched it in a while, go check it out. If you watched it yesterday, you should still check it out. Finally, heading over to the Criterion channel, we have 1959's coming of age drama, The 400 Blows, from writer-director Francois Truffaut. And this film focuses on a young boy left without attention, delves into a life of petty crime. And this is a perfect, beautiful looking black and white film. It is French New Wave, if you ever seen it. This is a perfect definition of what this film movement was. And you have the likes of Truffaut, who's such a legendary director of French cinema, is capturing so much with this film. I think Jean-Pierre Léaud, who plays Antoine, our young kid, is so good in this. He gives such a great performance. Like, this film is gorgeous and iconic all the way up to the final moments on that beach. We are sold. We go on this journey with him. The struggles with Albert Remy, who's like his father figure, and Claire Morer, who's his mother, and just the dynamics, the neglect, because all the things that this young boy gets into. And it's such an authentic and impactful and beautiful film. Truffaut does something very special with this. This is one of the most iconic coming of age stories you're going to find. And it just hits so many of those beats pitch perfectly. This really set the bar for coming of age stories and delivers such an iconic and impressive film. But that is a wrap on another episode, The Streaming Wasteland. And let's do a little bit of a recap. So over on AMC Plus, we have 1987's Predator. Over on Peacock, we have 2004's Shrek 2. And on the Criterion channel, we have The 400 Blows from 1959. But thank you for listening. And always appreciate you tuning in and liking and commenting and sharing on this episode. What's your favorite of McTiernan's films? What's your favorite sequel? And what's one of those like coming of age stories that really resonates with you? Make sure to follow or subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. The SPM Crew Podcast Network is ever expanding. And we're always looking for new shows and new collaborators on our shows as guests. So if you're interested in joining any of our shows, please make sure to reach out. And if you like our logo, check out High Flyer Creative for all your digital marketing needs. But most importantly, thank you as always for tuning in and supporting the Streaming Wasteland here on the SPM Group Podcasting Network.